If you attack me on what I think you're going to attack me on, I've got a whole case against you. So
attack you?
I'm ready.
Attack you about what? Exactly.
You know.
Do I know? This?
I knew it. I knew you were going to do it.
You're a bitch! Yes, I'm going to attack you with
start out
this.
a show like that.
I will attack you with the North. Sam, how dare you?
What?
You
what
are
you
a
talking about?
scoundrel.
What are you talking about?
Share your screen.
What?
Share your screen, you absolute buffoon. Share it.
I don't know if you can call me that.
I think I can.
But
why? Is it offensive because you're actually shaped like one? Okay, listen, people. Here's the problem. On this podcast, because all of you are such dedicated listeners, dedicated viewers. You never miss an episode. We have at least 1 million views per episode. The most popular tech podcast. It crushes Marquez's podcast. He has nothing on us. He's basically a beginner when it comes to podcasting. We, a veteran, podcasting veteran, and you've seen every episode. And what did we talk about a lot? The MagSafe battery pack from Apple.
We've talked about it twice.
I'm not talking to you, Sam. Okay. I'm talking to them.
Right. All right, cool.
When Sam and I talk about this, what is the conversation like every time? John talks about how great it is. Sam tells me that it's terrible. It's the worst Apple accessory. It doesn't stay on. John's response, but Sam, it's amazing for traveling. Sam, no. It's just bad. It's the worst accessory. I made a video about it. Let me try to play the whole video on the podcast to promote myself on the podcast. That is what Sam does. We all know. We all know his reindeer games. This slimy Sally over here, this lanky wire hanger for legs looking man, he tweeted a picture, and we all know how he is on Twitter, just saying absolute nonsense. He tweets just a picture of this, and what does it say? It's actually really great for travel. I'm paraphrasing. I'm sure he said something worse than that because he's stupid.
You can share the tweet. You can share the screen. I've got to pull it up. I hate this stupid. Let me just read the tweet. I hate this stupid MagSafe battery pack. That's what I say. There's you have no case.
No. That's not what you said.
No chase, no case, brother.
Finish the sentence. That's not what you said.
I said I hate this stupid MagSafe battery pack. I hate that this stupid MagSafe battery pack is actually so good for traveling.
Thank you. I like how you just left out the most important part of the tweet. Were you trying to trick the audio listeners because they couldn't defend themselves? They couldn't see what the tweet actually said?
I would never take advantage
You're
of
evil.
our viewers.
You're an evil man.
Listen, man.
Explain yourself. What is the deal?
It doesn't even charge my phone all the way. It looks like a pack of cocaine, and it's just like dumb. It's just like a dumb bad product.
We've heard that
before.
You say that all the time. Your tweet, Sam.
The only reason I think I can use it is because this new case sponsor has got a stronger MagSafe connection.
No, fuck your sponsor.
Okay.
I don't know who they are unless they're a sponsor for me too, in which case I take that back.
I don't think you got the deal.
Probably not. Okay.
Anyway.
Not anyway.
Silly, stupid. It's bad. It doesn't even charge your phone to 100%.
You're just saying the regular tropes here. We need you to explain yourself.
However, I will say it has been nice when I'm at 20% to go back up to about 68%.
In a controlled manner.
No, I don't care about that. I don't care about the control.
Sam, I swear to God, I will put a lighter in your anus. You're wrong about this. You know how every time we talk about the headset, which we're gonna, people talk about how
don't you worry. They don't at home.
They don't get it. We talk about it too much. We're wrong about the headset. You are wrong about this. You're as bad as they are with the headset, but your headset is the MagSafe battery pack.
Listen, it's fine. It's fine enough.
It's great.
The problem is the price. How much is the MagSafe?
My brother in Christ, your tweet did not say it's fine. You said So good in all
The
caps.
MagSafe battery
You
pack,
yelled
it's
it.
$100. It's tenth of the cost of the iPhone,
Yep.
which is too much money.
No.
Yeah, I mean that's really all I have to say.
Nope.
It's not a good product.
No,
It doesn't
Sam,
really
you're
charge
just
that
wrong,
fast.
and it's unfortunate, really.
It's just it's fine. I mean,
It's
it's very
unfortunate.
convenient. And listen, if you fly a lot, get one, sure.
Yeah.
But it's not like a good product. It's like
Sam,
Yeah.
why did
it's so good
I
for
said-
traveling. That doesn't make it a good product. I'm good for traveling. I'm not a good person. I mean, there's a lot of comparisons that can be made.
actually you're a terrible traveler?
Speaking of traveling, did you guys get your tickets for Genius Bar Goes Dark, our one night only live event on June 6th in San Francisco, baby? Because that shit's coming up.
I know I did. I got my ticket.
I did.
Ticket, and I'm going to be there. And you should go to meet me there.
You know who else is going to be there? Quinn Nelson.
Nobody else
friend
that
of the
matters.
show.
Huh?
He's going to be there. He'll be hanging out
Who?
with us. You guys will get to probably hang.
Who?
Quinn Nelson. Snazzy
Oh, he
lad.
matters. He matters, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going
Yeah,
to say
he's a
that
good, like, cool
one
person.
guy from that one channel. The guy that covers like Max from like 1943
Mac Miani.
is like Miani. Yeah, that sounds familiar. He's like, "Oh, this is Dusty. I got it from Goodwill. I was left off by a Vietnam vet. He died and gave it to his son, but his son retired and doesn't have arms, and so
Yeah,
he gave it to me.
That's Luke. Luke
Yep.
is that was the
it's
one.
still
one time we
working.
got
I bought
canceled.
1,000 of them. Here's my TikTok.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
subscribe.
Well,
that
okay,
guy.
There's only one Apple TikToker, and it's me. By the way, let's get that clear.
Yeah,
I'm
but
the
you
one Apple
cover like the
TikToker.
modern stuff,
But-
not the dusty old stuff. You know?
Yeah, he do be covering like this. This is the Mac that Steve Jobs sneezed on, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know why I need to watch this, but cool.
But it's like, Luke,
Um,
did Steve really sneeze on it? Because there's like evidence that Steve was like at a Subway at the time, so it's like
yeah,
very blurry lines, but not as blurry.
they're
as,
gonna be there.
Not as blurry as the line between my friendship with Luke Miani. Are we friends?
Listen, guys.
Do we hate each other? I can't really tell.
Come to the event and find out. We are so excited. Clean My Mac is sponsoring the event. Genius Bar Goes Dark, June 6, 2023 at the Regency Ballroom in San Francisco. Shout out to John spelling Francisco.
I did that on
Spelled it.
purpose.
Nope.
I
What
did
is
it on purpose. Do you know
Francisco?
why? I did it on purpose for publicity because it's all good. Yeah,
Questionable take.
now people are talking about it. They're like, "Wow, he misspelled it. Look how stupid he is." Really,
Listen, guys.
I did it on purpose.
We are so excited for this. Get your tickets while they last. This is a one night only event on June 6th.
It really feels like
Mm.
our faces shouldn't be on like the AXS website. Like we shouldn't. We have no business doing this really, which is why you should come to the event.
Yeah, we're so excited. We got 3 different tickets: Ticket Plus, Ticket Ultra, VIP meet and greet on Ticket Ultra, guys. We can't wait to meet you, hang out. We'll have a couple hours together. The show itself is going to be nuts.
Which, by the way, kind of shocked by the success of the VIP, the Ticket Ultra. I didn't expect that to sell as well as it did, and so like I'm not, I don't want to sound scary, but like if you wanted to get that VIP ticket, I would hurry and do it.
Those are selling faster than anything else, which is surprising because it's our more expensive offering.
Yeah, but
hey,
it's. Do you know why?
Thank you. Why?
Because they'll be able to smell me in person. I always smell fantastic, and
How do I return my VIP ticket?
You can't.
Speaking of returning things, anyway, now that we've plugged that, I have to bring this up.
Did you know that we're doing an event on June 6th, the day after WWDC in San Francisco?
I did. Ticket sales down below, guys.
San Francisco
geniusbargoesdark.com.
or whatever I called it.
Geniusbargoesdark.com, guys. Get your tickets. You are not going to want to miss this. The first of its kind event. It's going to be amazing. We cannot wait. Okay.
This might be
is
the best.
amazing.
Okay. I have to appeal to audio listeners. You guys are my favorite, really.
Okay. Simp.
They've been around the longest.
Okay, that is true.
They've been
are
around the
big ones.
longest. There's usually more audio listeners than there are watching on YouTube. And it's just a different commitment to not be able to see people. You're going in blind, literally. It's like this Genius Bar is an hour long. I know this because it says new episode of Genius Bar out now, going off on whatever we titled it. And then it says hour long, right?
Yeah.
You are like, yes, I will pretend to be blind for an hour. That's how much they like us. I will pretend to be blind for an hour. I don't want to watch the show. I want to listen to it. And so we commend those viewers. Yes. And so I want to tell you guys that you're my favorite, but you need to go onto YouTube right now. Like, you need to go to youtube.com/geniusbar. Because this picture of Tim Cook might be the single greatest image that exists on the internet.
Have you ever seen him this happy? Like, legitimately, I have never seen him this happy. Even when he's talking about money, he's not this happy.
I've never seen anybody that happy.
No, I've never been this happy. So this is the photo of it. A Indian gentleman, from the looks of it, brought a vintage.
From the looks of it.
Luke would be like, yeah, that's got the 40 watt gigahertz processor inside. You know, they had to make some cutbacks on RAM because of production issues, but you know, it's got the 3.7 inch screen. Like, he would know every spec of this because he's a freaking nerd and he's gross Italian boy. But anyway, they brought this Mac in. And there's a video of it happening as well that I want to
Is there really?
Yes. Have you not seen the video? It's so good. It's so good, John. Look at this. Look at this. So there's only audio coming out of the left channel, so I apologize. But the audio is not the important part here. It's just people clapping. So look, he just got done with a
I will fix it. You're with a technical genius when it comes to audio. I'll fix it.
Okay. So he gets done with a child. And then... look at his face when he brings the Mac. Like, he actually looks excited.
That's so cool.
I wonder if Apple shared that. They had to share that on their official press page, right? Like, for the opening photos, because...
that's so cool. He was genuinely so happy.
Also, I just want to say this. Can we give a shout out to the Indians real quick?
Okay.
I feel like Apple has not had enough presence for all the Indians, and this is the first Apple store in India. This is huge for them. Let's give a round of applause for our Indians.
I just wish you didn't start off the way you did, you know?
What do you mean? I just appreciate them.
I appreciate them too. I wish I had more of an Indian audience, you know?
Surely they've got a photo. Here's Tim Cook and Deirdre. I thought Deirdre was out, but maybe not. Wow, this is actually a really cool website. Sure. Yeah, there he is. I was like, they have to put this guy.
I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't get him with Tim.
Yeah, I feel
that is a really cool picture. Him holding it above the crowd. That's really cool.
Damn.
Oh, what's that? Did I see an iPad mini? Did I see the best Apple product ever made in the history of ever?
That's crazy.
Scroll up a little bit. Scroll up a little bit.
Oh my God. Look, he's got the Apple logo in his hair.
Yeah, it's like, what a great Apple logo.
That's a weird product to buy on a launch day, but cool. Cool. A customer. Oh, yeah. That's cool. They got the iPad mini. Look, we got, they're playing with the Apple Pencil on iPad Pro. It's green. Look at that. A young customer explores MacBook Air. I love how they phrase things. Look, we got the Apple guy getting that. I mean, look, shout out to the Indians, FR. Oh, this is sick. They've got like a whole little music operation. Local musicians celebrate the opening at Apple with live music outside the store. Wait, that's actually so cool. I feel like I've never seen that for an Apple store opening.
Sam, will you help me come up with a plan to get more Indian presence in my audience? Like, how can we need to name this something. We need a creative, catchy name. This needs to spread. I
don't know, man. I'm not.
Operation Penetrate India. Operation Penetrate Indians.
OPI.
We'll
call it OPI.
Okay. Operation Penetrate Indians.
If you are an Indian viewer, give us suggestions about how to penetrate.
No, I'm asking you right now on the spot. How can we penetrate the Indians? Like, do we start asking them to start whispering to their friends? Make it seem like Front Page Tech is like an underground thing, like it's like this up and coming new hip thing. Not many people know about it, so like keep it on the DL, bro. That sort of thing.
All right, let's just start out with a quick Google. How to India.
How to India.
All right,
India travel guide. This is not what I need to know. I need Operation Penetrate Indians.
All right, OPI. Here we go. Let's just do India facts real quick. India facts. What are 5 interesting facts about India? Cows are sacred in India. Oh, this is big.
I would fit in perfectly.
Yeah,
I'm the same size as a cow. This would be perfect. If I walked on all fours, I would be the tech guy. I would be the number one tech channel. That's all I want.
Okay, cool. That's because Hinduism, I believe you are not allowed to eat beef, or that it's seen as something sacred. I believe you cannot consume beef if you are a Hinduist. The Taj Mahal is not a palace.
Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't know that, actually.
Cool. India was the first country to mine diamonds. Cool.
Well, get ready to get another one because I'm coming in.
Aw, with the same amount of shine. They are pioneers. I agree. Indians are pioneers. They're fucking awesome. Not all Indians are vegetarians.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, duh. India is the second largest English-speaking country in the world?
See, there's a fact that I can use.
Yeah,
I
that's
speak that
helpful.
language. In fact, that's the only language that I can speak. So it works out perfectly. Like, I feel like there's just untapped potential for front page tech in India. And I don't know, like, do I start paying for advertising in India? Like, how do I let them know that I exist over here?
India, we love you guys.
You know what it is? I think my videos are too dumb. You know,
that probably
I like
is
to
why
say
you have a big American audience.
I like to say that I make dumb videos for smart people, but I think it's just a level like too dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
the Indian population they have the biggest proportion of coders in the world. Like the biggest population of coders.
They're like insanely smart, and I'm over here like going, Apple, new phone, it's going to have fake buttons. Just kidding. No, it's not.
I also don't know if Apple is that big in India, which is maybe why the stores. Let's do smartphone.
So maybe that's what maybe I'm relying on Tim Cook to introduce them. Maybe that's why Apple's doing this. Maybe they're part of OPI. Apple has opened a store in India to bring a bigger Apple presence in India that leads them to me.
Yes. Okay, so let's look at the
We
numbers
just figured it out. This is great to know.
All right. You're going to see exactly why no one watches us from India. Let's go most recently. Sitting at 20% of market share, we've got Samsung. 18% Xiaomi. 18% Vivo. Don't even know what that one is. Don't even know what that one is. At 11%,
You've never
Oppo.
heard of Vivo?
At yellow, Realme, 8%. And then another 25% is just others. So Apple isn't even on the list.
Well, that is more helpful than anything. Maybe I need to start making videos about Android stuff. Maybe I just bite the bullet.
Yes. I believe
and
it.
Start making videos about Android stuff. Like, because I'm not memeing. I'm not joking.
Hold on. It says Apple's 23% on another one. But that's still pretty low. That's like 1 out of every 5 Indians uses an iPhone.
That still would be a lot. Like,
that's still 250 million people.
Why? That should be enough. I'm not asking for a lot.
Apple's number one? Wait, what? Hold on.
Oh, also, yeah, they're making these things in India now.
Yeah, but why? This article is saying Apple has the biggest market share. What?
Huh.
Who's telling the truth here, guys?
I guess you just can't believe the things you hear on the internet.
Who has the most? I'm seeing Samsung more, though.
My gut says Samsung, but you never know. Maybe some of these stats are older, and now that Apple's moving stuff over there, it's getting better. I don't know. I don't make the rules.
I'm sure it is improving, but yeah, I mean, Apple's broadly moving a lot of their stuff out of China.
Anyway,
to India.
If you are an Indian viewer or listener, leave a comment here or tweet me something. I need to get first. Give me your best ideas for Operation OPI, but also. You do some legwork, man or lady. Like, this is on you too. It's your responsibility. You got to go out there and tell the people. Whisper to them. Keep it on the DL. Try to make it seem cool and underground and like grungy. But I believe in you, and I need you. I need you to spread the word.
Make it feel organic. Like, you can't walk into a shop and be like, subscribe to Front Page Tech, because that's like your plan.
Yeah, do it when it feels natural. Like when like if your friends are talking and they're like, have you seen Tom Cruise in his new movie? He's really handsome. Then be like, oh, speaking of handsome people, if you like handsome people and tech, I know a really cool underground, kind of unknown, new but thriving tech channel called Front Page Tech, and I think you should check it out. Make it natural like that.
Yeah, I like that. I'm excited.
I'm the same height as Tom Cruise too, so it sort of works out.
5'2"? Didn't know he was a.
I'm 5'8.5".
Nope. And anyone who adds a half is an inch and a half shorter than that.
No,
All
it's
right,
the
guys.
half.
Let's
is very
talk
important.
about WWDC. You're a very short man. I just want to tell you, well, actually, I don't know if I was supposed to bring this up on the show, but
What?
never mind. Let's just move on.
What?
No, I don't think you're ready. I just.
You
don't think
can't
you're in
tease
that
the
space.
audience.
I don't know. I think it might hurt your feelings, so I don't want to bring it up.
What is it?
No, but let's just move on.
No, Sam. I need to know now.
I just got a text from, one of my enemies that had a very serious question about you, and
What is it?
now we're kind of friends again.
Wait, what?
I got Gregory McFadden. From
Okay, what
Greg's
about him?
Gadgets. He asked me. He said I have a very serious question he needs answered.
Okay, what is it?
I'll just let you read it because it might be kind of hard if I say it. You might feel kind of bad.
Gregory.
It's a photo of us from the marketing for Genius Bar Goes Dark, and he asked if you were he goes, quote, "Is John a hobbit?"
Well, they made a movie about him, so it wouldn't be the worst thing to be Greg.
And I will say, if I'm looking at this photo, that is...
Well, that's not fair. You know what? The problem with these promotional photos for the events that have gone out, the problem is they put me next to you because we're partners. And next to you, anyone looks awful. Like,
No,
I
short.
look like a fucking traffic cone. Not the ones that are pointy, the big round ones that are just stumpy and in the way. That's what I look like.
You do look like that. And yeah, I mean, you're going to grow a little bit, I think. You're going to grow. You got it, bro. So WWDC 2023, let's talk about the short. I mean, although the tall list of features, not the short list. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. The tall list of features we've got.
Is there like a warranty on this friendship?
You didn't buy it, man. You didn't get Sam Care.
Anytime they ask me about Sam Care, I always say no because, like, I don't know. I expect to just throw it away if I don't like it.
Yeah, you can't throw me away, bro.
Too far into this now. Okay, go on.
Okay, we've been talking about our event. Get your tickets at geniusbargoesdark.com on June 6th, but there's obviously another event.
Are we going to do it right now? Are we going to do the thing? Are we going to, like, take up many minutes about the thing that everyone doesn't want us to talk about, but we're going to put it in their ears anyway, and they can't stop or pause or stop?
This is like a preview of that. This is like a preview. But I think they actually have enjoyed it. One of my friends said he really liked the segment. So let's make this a broader segment about Dub. Guys, we are less than 2 months away.
Let's make it broader, as Sam
from
would
Apple's
say.
first event of the year. Do you realize we've not had an Apple event this year yet? We have not had an Apple event since September of last year.
That explains so much.
Yeah, that's why no one cares about anyone
Yeah.
on TechTube.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, man.
You know me real well, right?
Uh-huh.
What's the number one thing that I hate in this life? You guessed it, grocery stores. And that's why today's episode is sponsored by Factor.
Yes.
Skip that trip to the grocery store and skip the chopping, the prepping, and the cleaning up, too. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2. That's dose for ethnic viewers. So if you... So all you have to do is eat and enjoy... and get back outside and soak up the warmer weather. Sam, please take it away.
I think you have to mute that. I don't think you
just keep going. I just keep going.
If you're looking for calorie conscious, if you want to be a skinny king, yeah,
of course
try delicious dietitian approved calorie smart meals with around less than 550 calories. That's like as much calories as I'm made of.
Basically, they offer really delicious flavor-packed options on the menu each week to fit a variety of lifestyles from keto to calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and protein plus. Prepared by chefs and approved by dietitians, each meal has all the ingredients that you need to feel satisfied all day long with meeting your goals. Yep.
They're great, guys. With Factor, you're making a sustainable choice. It's amazing. Head to factormeals.com/genius50 and use code genius50 to get 50% off your first box. That's code genius50 at factormeals.com/genius50 to get 50% off your first box.
50% off, but I hear they have 34 plus chef prepared meals. So go to factormeals.com/genius50 and use code genius50 to get 50% off your first box. Thank you, Factor.
Yeah. Here's what's happening. Apple, according to Mark Gurmy, the little sewer rat himself.
The little sewer rat. By the way, nah.
Let's just move on. Listen.
It's really hard to move on, though.
I know. He's being well, we can show the reply. Anyway, he posted an article recently about this, and he was mad that I.
Are you sure? Are you like? That was really that was really kind of you. Sam, to say who the source was, because you usually don't do that. You blatantly steal Mark Gurman's stuff and you tweet it pretending like he never said it. It's clearly a problem that needs to be addressed publicly. And if I were Mark Gurman, because you never, ever share sources or tag him, like it's not like in every tweet you tag Mark Gurman to like clarify that he's the source. You never do that. So if I were him, I would publicly be a total douchebag. That's what I would do.
Really, that's your call.
That's what I would do. Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, he
not to give him any ideas, because
Fun fact: tagging on Twitter and photos just broken, just doesn't work anymore. Thanks, Elon.
Okay.
I've tagged somebody in this photo. I tagged people in other Apple Track tweets recently. Nope, just doesn't work. Oh, I removed my Apple Track link. That's really annoying. Now I can't go back. So yeah, anyway, tagging doesn't work if you've been tagging people. I tag somebody again, just doesn't show up anymore. Sick. Thanks, Elon. Appreciate you. I'm glad that I can see how many times my tweet was bookmarked, though. I'm very happy about that. I was
super cool, bro.
Yeah, thank you for letting me see that 55 people saved this tweet because that's relevant in some way. Anyway, here's everything we're getting. John, we're getting new hardware, not just the headset, which we're going to talk extensively about in a second because we got a crazy new report. We are getting a new MacBook Air.
Wow.
And I saw your video.
15-inch one.
You seem to be pretty excited for the new MacBook Air.
I mean, you know me. I love me I love me some MacBook Airs. Although it is like a little less airy at 15 inches, but I'm sure it'll be great.
It's like Air, but spelt with the E on the end. That's like what the 15 inch is.
I think so.
So that's exciting. It says it's going to have, Gurman says it can be like M2-like chip without saying it's going to be an M2 chip. So I'm wondering if on the 15 inch, it's going to be like M2 Pro you can get in here maybe?
Yeah.
But it's not going to be M3. Do you remember when Luke Miani said, I'm crazy for saying it's going to still be M2? Remember when he fought me tooth and nail and goes, it's not going to be M2 a year later. There's no way Apple does the M2. Well, who's laughing now, Mr. Miani?
Well,
it's not going to be the M3.
Half of the stuff Luke talks about is like crazy advances, like from just a terminal-based UI to an actual like graphic user interface. Yeah, that's what Luke's used to, so I'm sure he's used to things progressing a little more, big leaps like that, you know?
Yeah, he's stuck in 1980. Anyway, we're just goofing Luke. We love Luke. He'll be at the show too, geniusburgerstark.com. Okay, then we have the software. I mean, I don't know. There's not much to say about the 15-inch MacBook Air. I'm not really interested in it. Even like I love the 15-inch size coming back, but it's not going to be a laptop for me because I use the Pro. So that's how I feel. I might get it and try it out though. See if it's worth the money. Then we have all the new software: iOS 17, iPadOS, watchOS 10, macOS 14, and then XROS, the headset software. So Gurman is now quintupling down on the headset coming. I think he's balls deep now on this. He can't get out.
Yeah. Yeah, he's If this rumor was a kid, he took it down into the sewer. It's down the sewer with him.
What? That was just a weird time to bring up children. Like, why'd you have to put the word child so close to what we?
Because what?
It's just the way you said it. I don't like...
in Front Page Tech, I made him live in the sewer. I cut out Pennywise the clown, and that's what Pennywise does. Mark Gurman is my Pennywise. I'm not afraid of getting taken down to the
Mark.
sewer and eaten by a clown. I'm afraid of getting taken down to the sewer and fucking mocked by Mark Gurman. That's my biggest fear. He is the supervillain in my movie.
Okay.
He's my Toby Flenderson.
Fair. Speaking of him, he does have some great reporting.
Wait, you're not gonna mention his tweet?
Oh, he just was.
No.
I don't want to go back. We showed the tweet. He was mad that I didn't
show the tweet.
It
Mark
doesn't matter.
Gurman tweeted.
I don't actually.
Here's the
care.
article in case you forgot to link it.
Because he thought I was just like plagiarizing his stuff. Which
he did the same thing to Mac Rumors that day too. He was just in a bad mood. Like Mac Rumors does the thing that they always do. They see news that usually comes from somebody else. That's how news works a lot of the time. And they wrote about it. And Mark replied, "Here's the source," to their article and linked his article.
Hey, we're promoting an event. He just wants signups for his newsletter. I mean, that's probably how he probably gets a cut of that,
Nah, dude, that's no. Mm-mm.
All right.
No, he was being slimy that day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anytime I have messaged Mark, I have been very, very respectful. I have told him that I respect him, like, professionally and stuff. I just think he's a fucking diva. A lot. Like, eat a Snickers, bro. That's all. Like, people, dude, imagine every time he tweets, people just tweet him pictures of Snickers bars. He would quit. He would leave Twitter. He would fucking leave.
Sick. You're sick for even putting that.
Just
idea
like
out
how like
I do not condone that.
You know how like Boss Baby stuck. Everyone talks and calls you Boss Baby.
Why are you funny though? Like, why do you come up with funny ideas? Because that is
like
funny.
I'm a meme generator. You're Boss Baby, Lefty Bobefty, and now Mark Gurman lives in a fucking sewer.
Okay,
he's Pennywise.
Okay. Anyway,
and he also needs a Snickers.
Pennywise shared some really good news recently. Some very exciting news. And I want to break down this article about the headset because I don't know. Hearing this, I had very mixed feelings, even though I should have been more excited. But I'll talk about it at the end. But I kind of want to break down this article. People apparently seem to enjoy us like breaking down the last couple articles about the headset. And I realized it was kind of a fun way to look at news because we kind of get to react in real time.
Can we establish some ground rules?
Okay, sure. What do you...
Listeners, viewers, I'm talking to you again. We are about to journey forth into a great adventure of talking about this headset. Sam and I's favorite thing to talk about right now. It's the thing that we're most excited about. We really like VR. This is a huge deal. If you don't think so, you're wrong. But the ground rules are as follows. Here I go. You may not stop this episode. You may not pause this episode. You may not leave and go do something else. You may not be like, I'll just skip this one and listen next week. I don't want to hear about that. You will sit there and you will listen to us talk about this headset and you will like it, young man or young lady. You understand me? Okay, we may continue.
Below. Just if you don't want to watch, just skip to the next time.
No, don't listen to mom. You listen to dad. And dad says you sit there and you clean your plate, your Genius Bar plate.
Oh, should we make Genius Bar plate? No, that's too niche. No. Also, guys, I know we haven't dropped merch in a while. There's a merch drop. Should we announce that?
Why did you pause? Like someone...
Just because the next merch drop, I'll just say, is going to become in correspondence with the event.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be the first time we've done a thing that people have like just asked for a long time.
Yeah.
It's a new piece of clothing. We'll leave it there. But
also,
anyway.
I don't apologize for not having merch. We're working on a whole it's such a big thing.
Yeah, I just feel bad because
thousands of dollars to make this a
launches. Thing. Oh god. so anyway, so expensive. Let's dive into the headset. Speaking of expensive, I want to start out with this article in which Mark Gurman says yet again that this headset is coming in June at WWDC.
Okay.
And he highlights that yet again it will be roughly $3,000. Now, this is interesting because remember we heard like 4K.
Yes, we did hear a recent one that said 4K. And even though Mark Gurman is a diva, these articles give me life. The ones about the headset specifically.
They're great. Okay, so that's great. We're hearing it's on time still. $3,000 though, I think it's going to be $29.99. I can see it now.
Yep.
Available probably in October or November, if I have to guess. Okay, because he also confirms, this is big, it's going to go on sale months after it's announced. So we will not actually...
So Kohl was right about that.
Oh, yeah. It hurts, dude. We're going to be talking... People think we're tired of it now. We're going to have all the info and just be talking about how excited we are after.
Yeah, but to be fair,
months.
Hopefully by then, people, like, Apple will explain it a little bit and maybe people will be more excited. I don't know.
I think people will be. But okay.
There's a huge difference between us talking about the headset and Tim Cook. You see how excited he was about that Mac? Imagine when he announces his headset.
That's going to be crazy. So Gurman sort of draws a parallel to there's an app for that and how Apple is extensively working on different and unique experiences for this headset and how Apple's going to have to sell it. Speaking primarily that third-party developers are going to be a big part of this. It's like Apple's going to make their own stuff, but that people that are working on, Apple has told certain developers to make stuff for a 3D interface. Like
certain developers.
It's happening, right? Like they're asking them to make VR and AR apps. So developers are already working on that because, of course, in addition to like the plebeian, not special developers that, do the actual grunt work and deserve to get the most money because they're the best. We love, I don't get invited to Apple events. So I love the people that also don't get invited. Anyway, continuing on with the article, it talks about all the stuff that Apple's doing. So let's go over all these functions because this is interesting. Number 1, Safari app. Number 2, calendar, contacts, files, home control, mail, maps, which is really interesting.
That'll be
messaging,
cool.
Notes, photos, and reminders, as well as music, news, stocks, weather. It basically sounds like the entire core set of iPhone apps is going to be on this headset. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
love it. Down. Cool. There's going to be FaceTime. And the thing that made me feel weird about this is it says that the features are going to look similar to like iPad apps. And that just sounds really ugly.
Yeah.
That's
doesn't
the first thing.
Make me feel good.
That's what I'm saying. I read this and it kind of gave me a little bit of the ick. Because I was like,
the ick, yeah.
Are they just kind of slopping stuff on here to ship it? I don't know. It gets a little worse in a little bit.
They have been working on... Okay, so we've known about this for years, which means they've known about it for way longer. And for them to have worked on it for years to be down to the wire and be slopping stuff on just doesn't sound right. Like, I feel like we just can't see the bigger picture right now. It'll make sense. Yeah. And we can't judge it too closely yet. Might be wrong, exactly. Though. Might be terrible.
So it talks about that. There's a couple other things that are red flags. It says that Apple's also working on a version of books. This is the first time we've heard you'll be able to read books.
I'm not going to lie. That sounds like absolute hell. Imagine moving your whole head to view a sentence or...
I don't know how that's going to work. What I am excited about is hearing this is going to be great content. I am going to have content for weeks.
You
months,
say that. We think that. We think that, but we don't. But like nobody cares about it right now. It's not up to us. Unfortunately,
I was shocked to hear this. The company is also testing a camera app for the headset.
Okay,
that doesn't sound like Apple.
When they say a camera app, they mean like you in VR?
No, like a camera app that can take pictures from the headset. Like I think you'll be using the
from your perspective?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say like, and it is sort of niche, but for them to work on a better way of recording like for content.
Yeah.
Like if you're streaming the game, like right now, VR content is really kind of hard and confusing to watch and even worse, more confusing to try to capture. We know that. We did the podcast we attempted to do the podcast in VR. That didn't go very well. Yeah. If Apple had like almost like a screen recording software that could record your entire VR experience and like your VR self, that would be really cool.
I'm sure that's going to be there too, but this is going to be like
that'd be so cool, dude. If it recorded you like in that environment and then later on editing it, you could like move the camera around and that'd be sweet.
I wouldn't, there's a couple other things that are very interesting that I want to dive into as well in this article, but it also says that there's going to be apps for meditation with calming graphics, sounds, and voiceovers.
Okay, I hope it's Johnny Ive's voice.
That would be crazy. Okay. Another highlight, Fitness Plus.
Okay, all right.
Fitness workouts in VR. Going to be a core part. Okay, cool. Freeform collaboration app. So it'll be a virtual 3D whiteboard that you can basically draw in.
I like.
Could be cool. I mean, like I could see us.
That's really cool for us. I mean, we've talked about before. Like we've had a lot of like business meetings in VR on the Meta Quest.
Yeah, and if we could like be like we have this idea and then just be like writing stuff down, that could be kind of cool. It would kind of feel like we're together. I mean, okay, I'm excited. I'm kind of skeptical, but I want to see how it works out. Right. FaceTime. Reiterating that it's going to be virtual meeting rooms, 3D versions of us. Obviously, it'll be emojis, animojis, that kind of thing. It also says this, which is interesting. It says that it's going to allow you to not only consume content, but to also produce content.
Now we're talking. That's what I want.
It says that engineers have been working up to 80-hour weeks to ship this. And the thing that makes it most interesting, it talks about being able to watch sports and stuff. That's cool. Immersive video and TV. Great. We've kind of heard this. It says getting stuff done is going to be core. It's going to support Pages, Numbers, and Keynote. Which I would like that. I've never seen word processing in VR.
Yeah.
But also most interesting, iMovie.
That's cool. You and I like talked about editing video. Like, what if we could? Of course, we're talking about Final Cut, which would be way cooler.
I'm sure that they're going to work on it. If iMovie, I mean, that intrigues me as a creator.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see myself preferring that. But I'm sure there were also video editors that were like, nah, I like cutting up the film, and that's the most efficient way to do it before.
No, it's like, it doesn't even necessarily have to be for us. I would compare it to something like the video editing apps on your iPhone already. It just sort of, it doesn't necessarily entice professionals, like video professionals, to edit on their phone, but it brings video editing. It makes it more accessible to people who, might not have done that before, without that tool. Yeah. So
I mean, this is the first time, and I feel like we should make a big deal. This is the first time we've ever heard you will be able to actually do video editing on this. Like we were hypothesizing there, and not only iMovie, music production as well in GarageBand. There's going to be a GarageBand app, which obviously the child of Logic. It's the lower end version of Logic, which Logic is like actually used in the industry. It's a huge tool for producers. So
hasn't historically supported 32-bit float though, which is what prevents me from going to Logic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They still don't support it?
Don't quote me, but I don't think so.
That's crazy.
Last time I checked, it didn't.
Support that by now. Okay, they also talk about gaming, how Apple kind of swapped stances on this, where initially they weren't going to focus on it, which to me is silly. To me, gaming is
it's always
the
a
only
product.
Practical application right now that we've seen.
Yeah, this feels like only a gaming product almost.
Yeah, like this is the one thing that like Meta is kind of good at is for gaming. So the fact that Apple was going to ignore that, I'm very happy that they've turned around and really focused on that as a core feature.
I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know the developer, but the people that make Walkabout Mini Golf for the Meta Quest, dude, if Apple gave them early access, if it launches with that game, I will.
Mini Golf.
If it launches with Walkabout Mini Golf, I might in my pants.
Yeah, I'd cream.
Yeah.
I need a new pair of shorts, if you know what I'm saying, if Walkabout Mini Golf comes on my Apple headset. John, they spoil it yet again, the dial, like the digital crown that allows you to move between virtual and augmented reality. Called what, John? This is a quiz. What is it? What is the dial going to be called?
I don't know. The switcheroo.
No, the reality dial. We went over this last week in the New York
Times. I don't remember anything from last week. I don't remember anything from...
What's your name, man?
I'm working on it. No joke. When I was a kid, like, let's say probably first, maybe into second grade still, I just didn't know how to spell my name because my mom had written it on a crayon box, and my crayon box was always on my desk. And anytime I had a test or anything, I would just look and be like, J. Oh, just like copy the letters over. And that prevented me from learning how to spell my name. So for years, didn't know how to spell my name. That is not a meme.
Front page tech as a product makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Because you're probably not even to colors and shapes yet then.
We're getting there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Get there. Okay, the article continues talking about how... Okay, this is weird. I do not remember reading this initially. It says there's going to be a virtual crayon set where you can write your name on the box.
Cool. That is made specifically for me. They heard about my story.
Yeah, I'm just joking. Okay, actually, it says that you'll be able to use multiple apps. They'll remember where you are if you start the web browser in the kitchen. You walk somewhere else, it disappears. Then you walk back in the kitchen, the browser is going to show back up again. This sounds jank. Many iPad apps from the App Store will be able to run on the headset either automatically or with slight modifications.
Slight modifications doesn't sound like enough modifications to make those iPad apps, from what I know of them, run in VR.
That just sounds jank.
I don't want just a bigger, blown up experience. I want a new one. Apple, come on.
And I'm going to say this. You know how you can run like a lot of iPad and iPhone apps? I think almost all of them on the Mac now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can just download. Bad call. Horrible experience.
Yeah, not great.
Clicking. They should have introduced that feature when touchscreens came to the Mac, which is 2024, 2025 we're hearing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense with point and click right now. Like that I don't know
it's like
why.
technically...
There was a name for it, like Project something, but it's a bad call. They should not have done that. It's a bad experience.
Yeah, it's like technically it can be done, yes, because of the switch to ARM, but it's one of those things that just because we can doesn't mean we should.
Yeah, no, bad experience. So that's what scares me is like I know how bad it is. So it's like I don't. One of the apps I use when I travel a lot is called Flighty. It's for tracking flights. It works great on my iPhone because it's made for that. It works great on my iPad because it's made for that. I've downloaded it on my Mac. It doesn't work right because it's made for swiping up and down and tapping and holding. And it's like, you don't do that on a computer. So just hearing that.
You do that
on the
in
headset,
VR though. I mean, it's gonna work off of gestures. So maybe the experience will be slightly better than it is on desktop, but even slightly better isn't appealing.
Yeah, that's what it says. It says you'd be able to use this using eye and hand gestures. I mean, no controller. This will be the first ever headset I know of that doesn't come with a controller natively of any kind. I mean, that already sounds like very Apple-esque.
Yeah.
Everybody else had a stylus.
It's
Everybody else had
the
a
no
physical
stylus
keyboard.
moment, yeah.
Yeah. So that's really interesting to me. It says you'll have a virtual in-air keyboard. It sounds like that is going to ship on time. There was a rumor that would get delayed. Or you can pair a physical keyboard like through Bluetooth with it.
Cool.
Finally, found this interesting. Headset's home screen, going to look like the iPads. It's going to be like 3D apps, apparently. Like, I'm sure, I can see it now. Apple's going to have like these really cool, you know how on the Apple TV, there's like that parallax effect when you look at it, an icon?
Yeah.
I bet they're going to do that in 3D.
But, okay, let's think about the Meta experience and the Quest. I really like that. I really like the virtual. First of all, they give you a virtual home. Like, you pick a virtual home, and that's where you are. You get like a home base. And
yeah.
The portal or terminal, whatever you want to call it, the actual UI to go to different apps, like that's laid out pretty well. I don't want to just be plopped into a world where it's a room or it's my room and just apps scattered everywhere. That sounds like a nightmare. Where I'm just surrounded by icons.
Sounds like watchOS, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, it sounds kind of bad. But this is a detail that's crazy. There's going to be a control center. That's cool. Quote, like the iPad, it will have a biometric system for unlocking the device, but it will rely on a scan of the user's eyes rather than a face or a fingerprint.
That's pretty cool.
That sounds like some crazy tech I like how that like the craziest part of the story he puts at that's this. By the way, Gurman, I took some journalism classes. This is called burying the lead. You don't want. It's like the number one rule of journalism is you put. Generally, it's called a reverse pyramid. You put the most important information at the top and the most least information at the bottom. This is called burying the lead.
I would say the real lead that he buried is the line right under it, the actual last line. It will also have then you scroll
I know, but
down.
I want to show that he did mention it in the little bullet point at the top. So if people could be like, you mentioned it at the top, it's weird to put that. Say it. Read it to us, John.
It will also have another familiar touch, Siri voice control. Now that's burying the lead. That should have been the very first thing you said. That I thought that was going to be bad, but then I remembered my Siri experience to control something like my Apple TV is way better than it is on my phone. Like, I don't know why, but Siri is way better on if I have to control or try to control my Apple TV. It's just a more pleasant experience than trying to do anything with Siri on my phone or my Apple Watch.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, listen, wait, don't skip yet. Don't skip. I was just like setting up. We're not done with the headset. Don't give him a preview.
Whoops.
I am very excited overall still. The eye scanning, reading that. I mean, that sounds like very unique tech. Like the fact, what is Apple going to call it? Wait, I've got it. Touch ID was your fingerprint. Face ID was your finger. Retina ID.
Oh, yeah, it might be Retina ID. But serious missed opportunity to call it the ID.
That's really cringe.
No, you're really cringe.
No, that would be really cringe.
No, you're really cringe.
That's like calling it a Slow-fee. That's really cringe.
You look like you remember
ID.
those little pills that you could put in water and they were actually
like
just
the little animals?
Yeah, they were sponges that inflated to an animal. You look like someone put that in there, but the cup was really narrow, so it only grew upwards. It looks like they put you in one of your fucking boxed waters.
Yeah. This, I mean, me and this is very, very similar.
Yeah, that's you are the shape of that bottle. Yeah, that's accurate.
Damn. So that's the headset. Even though the iPad stuff concerns me, I'm happy to hear that it's still coming at DubDub. Apple, please invite me. I would be so excited to come to your campus.
He would be so excited. Please invite him.
Experience it. Please.
I vouch for him.
I want to.
If you can fit him. He's kind of weird shaped, but
I am very enthusiastic about this product.
Apple would have to have tall enough doorways for you there.
Well, I've been there twice. They were tall enough.
But you haven't been in the good places.
Actually, no. I was outside of Steve Jobs Theater. That's the closest.
But to get in, the door is a certain size, and I just don't know if you fit on that ride.
Yeah, fair. I don't know. Anyway, Apple, I'm very excited. Please invite me.
Invite him or else. You got to go in hot. You got to threaten him. Start off strong.
No,
don't look weak.
We threatened last week and the invite didn't come. So let's
threaten
just fingers crossed that they
with fire.
They want some help. I'm more than happy to help. Okay, next story. You got to lead this one because I know you're most excited. Also, I'm tired of talking because I did that entire article.
Okay, Mac Studio. My favorite Mac, the Mac that surprised me, the Mac that made me not care about an iMac Pro, the Mac that I bought immediately and then I got the wrong order, had to buy it from Luke. It was like a whole thing. Anyway, my Mac Studio is my favorite Mac. It was my favorite Apple device of all of last year. There has been a looming assumption that this thing is done for, nixed, canceled. Like Bill Cosby. But, unlike Bill Cosby, and more like a phoenix rising from the ashes, there's apparently going to be a Mac Studio 2. We're getting another one. It wasn't a one-off. This wasn't... You remember the iMac Pro? We just kind of assumed that this was going to go the way of the iMac Pro, where it was just a stopgap. They just sort of put it out there and then moved on. This thing is going to keep going. We're getting a Doso, a Mac Studio Dose. For our ethnic viewers, Dose.
You cannot say ethnic.
I know you disapproved
Why
of
don't
the
you just
ad,
say for
but I
our
thought
Spanish-speaking viewers, Dose? Why do you have to say ethnic?
I mean, it's true.
No,
like
I don't think
if we were If we were where they
But
speak
that's based
Spanish,
on the assumption that white
I
people
would
are
say
the norm,
my
bro.
American cohort, my American friend, my American comrade. And
The
then
problem
you
with
couldn't be
calling-
like, that's offensive.
No, it's just because the problem with calling someone like ethnic is that's considering them that they are like the other and that like the white American is the standard. Which
That's
is, like,
not at all what I'm saying. That's
I
not
think
at all
that-
what
I
I'm
think
saying.
that's
Just
what it
because I
is.
described something doesn't mean I'm also saying because I've given you a name that you're inferior. That's not true. When I say Sam, it's not when I go, hey, my friend Sam, he's going to be at this event too. People aren't like, wow, he's just the other one, huh? No, he has a whole separate name because he's a whole separate thing.
Get over
He's
it.
a whole
Go to
separate person.
college, get liberalized, get a grip.
Nah.
All right, fair enough. Okay,
Hang
Mac
on, I
Studio
gotta
coming
ring
back.
the bell. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mac Studio.
2.
I've come around on. Remember how I said I didn't really like it, didn't really think it was worth it?
What has changed your mind?
I got my SD card slot fixed.
Okay,
And-
and that was the only thing?
Yeah, I just feel like it. I feel like maybe recent Mac OS updates. Okay, I know what it is. I'm gonna say it. I figured out the software that was causing it to crash and restart all the time. There was an update. It was the Apollo Universal Audio
that makes
software for my
sense.
mixer, and I've not had crashes anymore. And the SD card is fixed. So like, it took a year, but it's great now. It's
The
great.
only thing that I don't like
the Mac
is
Studio.
Bluetooth, dude. If I try to use anything more than like 2 Bluetooth devices, it absolutely melts down like mashed
Does it
potatoes. Like
have-
instead of the M1 Ultra, it just mashed potatoes in there, and that's all it knows.
I'm trying to see the tech specs. I wonder if this has 5.0 or 5.3 because I think 5.3 improves that. Let's check. We have got Bluetooth 5.0. Yep, that's why.
Well, if the new one
I
doesn't
think
have,
5.0.
if the new one has 5.0 also, then I'm just
Yeah.
gonna. Me and Tim Cook are gonna have words. That face he was making when he was really surprised is gonna be the opposite of that. It's gonna be very upset because I'm gonna give him the business.
So I'm excited for this. And did you see there's not one follow-up but 2 follow-ups planned?
Dose? What'd you say?
Yes, for our Spanish-speaking viewers, I would say dos.
Okay.
I might even say zwei for our German viewers.
You mean the others? You're so racist and just the worst.
I am racist.
You
I work-
are here
I-
to
I'm
divide
a very
us.
racist person. I work every day to not be racist.
You're here to divide us, and we will not allow it.
Okay. So you're going to get the new Mac Studio.
Oh, yeah. I mean, assuming that it's good.
I mean, let's be real. You're going to get it no matter what.
I love this little box. I love this
Yeah.
little guy.
So I guess that would be them putting M1.
I mean,
or
not this
M2
other,
Ultra.
not this other inadequate product that isn't the same as me. I just mean it has a separate name. This equally as important as me box,
He's
the
so
Mac Studio.
butthurt. He's coping so hard. The M2 Ultra is going to be inside.
Yeah. Well, we think, right? Unless we
And
don't
then
get
the
one
Mac
around
Pro.
M2 Ultra time and we have to
The
wait
Mac
for
Pro's
M3
supposed
Ultra.
to be like here eventually. Where's the Mac Pro? Still no.
Oh,
Mac
I don't give a
Pro?
shit. I don't care about that Mac Pro. Give me the Mac Studio and call it a day, and I will not complain.
Sheesh, you kind of spitting though because the Mac Studio has grown on me a lot. Although I kind of want a Mac Pro, but also I'm
Sam-
moving to Los Angeles and I don't have any money.
We have
I
an
no
alarming
monies.
pattern developing here on Genius Bar. You say the worst things. You have the worst takes, and I have the best takes. And you say your worst takes for months
They can't
and
see
months.
me.
Sometimes you commit for a full year if it's really impressive. But eventually, always, you come around and side with me. The MagSafe battery
No.
pack, so good for traveling.
For traveling.
The Mac
Yeah,
Studio,
yes,
I've come around on, and you
To be
spitting
fair,
right
I had some
now.
issues. Okay. You know what?
Is there anything else? You want to backtrack on there, little backtracker?
Yeah, I hate you again.
That's
I
it.
don't like you. Yeah, that's the one thing. I backtrack on wanting to go to the Apple event.
Where'd you get
I
that Apple Park
definitely
shirt? Goodwill,
don't.
like Luke Miani and his
No, I
Apple
did not-
Park.
I did not rob a homeless, armless person blind like Luke did. It's very.
That's
very
basically
rude.
what he did in his video today. Yeah.
Although I actually really like that video. It's like the first video of his that I was like, this is kind of cool. Ever.
Yikes.
I'm just kidding. Okay, this is from Analyst 941, one of the most interesting sources growing up.
Who is that? Who is Analyst
planet.
941?
Analyst 941 is the newest source, Anonymous AS on Mac Rumors, the first to show us details on the dynamic island in the world, and someone that Mark Gurman says is wrong about everything. This source comes at us with a new render of how the home screen might look on the updated Apple Watch watchOS 10 update.
That kind of looks worse.
Looks way better than what we have now.
Are you sure?
Yep.
This feels like one of those ideas that they should have played around with upon launch. Like, hey, are we going to do it like this? For audio listeners, it's kind of just like your iPhone, where it's just a grid of icons. 3 icons in each row. That's bigger.
Honestly, I don't know. The Apple Watch's interface has always been jank to me.
It is. But this is equally as jank in my eyes. Like, this is one of those decisions that I feel like is justified if it's around the time, like, what do we launch with? Do we do the usual, our grid of icons, like we usually do it, or do we do this new interface for Apple Watch? I'm happy they went with what they did, because to me this is worse. I wouldn't want this then. This would have been worse then. It's worse now. It's definitely worse now.
Here's my take.
Give me your take. And keep in mind, he's going to give you a take that it's going to change in 9 months, and he's going to say the thing that I said. So go ahead, Sam.
I also love how, like, me growing and evolving as a person. This is classic that, like, me learning more and expanding my worldview as a conservative, you're like, this is bad. We got to go back.
Yeah.
He's got to stop learning.
So what you're saying is that I'm always right, and you just got to eventually grow into it always? You got to learn into it? So I'm ahead of you is what you're saying?
Yeah, bro, you're 10 steps ahead. That's why FBT gets more views. What can I say?
Well, I don't think that's why.
I think. Oh, really? Why is it then?
Because it's OPI.
Operation Penetrate Indians.
Yeah.
You can't say that, bro. I think we need to ask Chris, like, OPI WC.
Well, no, we made it OPI so we don't have to say Operation Penetrate Indians. It's already like doing the job.
Right, bro.
Yeah.
I think, John, that this is going to make sense because how many apps do you use on your Apple Watch? Exactly.
None.
You don't really use more than 9. You don't really use more than 9. So if you could just have 9 core apps with folders are coming in watchOS 10. And if you want more, you could do like an other folder. I think this makes perfect sense, and I definitely plan to use this.
Also, we have no choice because it'll be the new one.
Checkmate. Well, I'm sure they might leave the old option. I mean, I wouldn't.
Do you believe it? Do you believe this report? Do you think it's really going to be grids like that? Or
here's my thoughts on this person.
Give us your thoughts on this person.
They went from a no-name on Mac Rumors forums and they liked the fame, so they started sharing on Twitter to get more clout.
That could be true, but it doesn't make them a liar.
I don't know, because I've seen this happen a lot before where, you know, the fame goes to their head. I don't know. I don't know if all this new stuff is right. I believe most of the iPhone 15 stuff. This person's also the only person saying that the iPhone 15 buttons are still going to be capacitive, taptic, where everybody else says that it's the old buttons. And he's like quadrupled, tripled.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going down, but he's 5x down on this take. So I don't know. We'll see, man. We will see. I want him to be right.
I don't know. Hell no. No. I hope he's not.
Okay. Well, I do.
Is that all?
How long have we been recording?
An hour and 7 minutes, but also it's just really impressive that we've been like recording these so frequently and still finding news in a newsless world. That sounded deeper than it was meant to.
I feel like there's been news lately. I want to close, I guess, with this, that there's going to be frosted glass on the non-pro models of the iPhone 15.
Yeah, how are we feeling about that? Because I don't...
Love it.
Nah.
I love the frosted. Or you want the frosted to be kept for you?
No, not that it... Actually, it's the opposite. I like... This is a selfish reason. I like that the ones with the gloss back, the poor people models... I like that the antenna is aluminum. I think that look, I like the contrast there. I like the matte look on the sides better. than the stainless steel. If I could, like, if I didn't care about having the Pro phone, I would just buy that one because I think it looks better. I think the poor people ones look better for the most part. And it's selfish because I won't buy the poor people model, but I like that it's there, so I have the option. If I'm really feeling the matte look on the sides, I can do it. But once they do this, I won't have that option anymore. That I would have never made anyway, but now I will never get the choice.
I think you're the reason that poor people exist.
I'm the reason?
Yeah. You're like, I want the best, but I like that I could have the control and option for other people to, get this other one just because I like that it's there.
Yeah, you're right. That's accurate. When these, for the iPhone 15 poor people models, when they get the matte black, the satin look on the back, are they also getting the shiny bezels or the shiny antennas or no?
I'm one with the people, and I don't know. I there's been rumors that like maybe the Pros go back to glossy, so maybe
because
you get what you want.
Glossy, or sorry, like the satin matte look and the matte edges, dude. Dog. Sam Kohl. Oh my god.
Nah.
Yeah,
mid.
that would be so hot.
Mid.
Nah. No.
Okay. Well, that's all
I would personally find Tim Cook and hand him a vintage Mac. I would visit Luke Miani first. I would trick Luke so good. I'll trick him so good. You're Luke Miani. To close out a little bit of a reenactment.
Okay. I'm ready for a little role play. I feel like I got Luke down.
Okay, ready? You're Luke.
Yeah.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, man. Sorry, I was just on my Macintosh SE 1144K. What can I help you with, man?
I was just wondering if I could use your bathroom. I was in the area visiting the president.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the bathroom's just over there.
Okay, thank you. Don't listen or don't be near the bathroom. I don't want you to hear, and it's embarrassing.
This is me typing.
Boom. Now I have Luke. Unsuspecting Luke, thinks I'm going to the bathroom. And I told him not to come close, so he won't even know. I will make a left. I don't know where a left takes me, but I will find my way to his collection of Macs, and I will find the oldest, the dustiest one. I don't care if it turns on or not. Tim Cook doesn't need to know. I'll be holding it. Doesn't need to be plugged into a wall. I will take it, and I will put it in my hoodie. I'll put it under my clothes. And I'll look bigger than normal. But when I come out of the bathroom, I'll just say, "Oh, Luke, sorry, had an accident. Gotta go." And run, leave. He will be too confused to know that I left with a Mac. He'll have no idea.
Oh, hey, man. Based on my visual perception, that looks like a Macintosh SE in your pocket. Did you?
In my pocket?
One,
no, Luke, you're all wrong, silly goose. It's not
Mamma
that.
Mia.
You know how much I love Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies. This is a box of those. I carrying those. I bring them with me everywhere, under my hoodie.
Oh yeah, man. I didn't want those frickin' things anyway. Yeah.
Okay. See you later,
Mamma
Luke.
Mia.
See you at the event on June
I'm
6th in San Francisco at the Regency Ballroom.
Yeah, man. Yeah, see you there.
Tell Noah I said
By the way, I just did a quick scan of my Mac collection, and I'm noticing that one's missing. You haven't seen the Macintosh from 1984, right? The original.
Luke, you got two options. You're gonna either let me walk out that door, or you can call the cops. You pick one, you fucker. That's how it ends.
Oh,
it's a stare down.
I got to work on my Luke Miani impression. That wasn't, I could be more accurate. I need to go a little
What's that? The applause is for Sam. I'm hearing you from your
guys.
Your Luke Miani reenactment. Thank you.
What a banger episode, bro.
What a banger episode. What a banger.
Guys, this has been the Genius Bar.
Bangito for our ethnic viewers.
Stop saying that.
I made up
We're
a
gonna
Bangito
Google right now. Is the term ethnic offensive?
Oh, that's on his screen.
What? Literally the first article. 4 reasons why we've got to stop using ethnic to describe people of color.
Well, I'm allowed to grow as a person, Sam. You know, I'm allowed to learn and grow.
So this is a learning experience.
And yeah, maybe next week I'll be a little less.
Yes, white people are ethnic too, bro. This is the whole point I was trying to make it. Like it is.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes, bro.
then they don't have
Literally,
different
this is
names.
talking about the exact thing that I highlighted.
Nah.
Anyway, we'll leave this article in the show notes if you would also like to learn.
And the show
about-
notes.
From everydayfeminism.com.
God, fuck it. We'll see you next week.
Dude, it's actually a really well written article.
What's the website's name again?
Everydayfeminism.com.
Everydayfeminism.com. I'm gonna make a feminism show called that. Front
I
page
wouldn't really want you to be the
feminism.
host.
FPF.
Okay, front page feminism.
Poof.
God, that would be the day. We'll see you guys next week.
Oh, we're still going? Bye.